Welcome back to my channel. Before I start, I just want to once again remind you to please subscribe to my channel. I recently came to the realization that over 95% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel. So please, let's fix that. I would like at least half of the people who watch my videos to please subscribe. Subscriptions are the lifeblood for YouTube channels. So if you could please help me with that, I would really appreciate it. Just click subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Thank you. Now let's get into the video. A couple of TikTok videos have caught my attention this week. The biggest of which is regarding a single mother who has been referring to her baby daddy as a random man from Atlanta. That story has caught a lot of people's attention because the man in question apparently is the father of 6 or 7 children. We're not really sure which one is the number, but he has each child with a different mother. And the last one that we know of started making a series of videos talking about how they met and how he was very interested in her and even moved with her from Atlanta to Michigan when she was getting ready to have the baby so she could be close to her family. And when the baby was a month old, he left her. Then there was another video. This one was made by the father of a child who was having a conversation with the mother of their child. And in this conversation, the mother was declaring emphatically that she doesn't want to be a mother, that she never wanted the kid in the beginning, that he was the one who begged her when she told him that she was pregnant, that she wasn't sure she wanted to have the baby. He begged her to have the baby, that they would do this together. And now she finds herself realizing that just as she suspected, he's hardly ever home. Now, to his credit, he does work hard to provide for her and the baby. But for her, that's not enough because she's tired, she's exhausted. She also works outside the home. She's also required to be the primary caretaker of the child, and she's had enough. And then there was another video, this one I just saw yesterday, where this woman is showing how she's working really hard. She's in the kitchen, she's cooking. She has the baby, her little toddler won't leave her alone, so she has to be cooking with one hand and holding the baby on the other hand. And apparently with all the confusion and everything, the food burned, the dinner got ruined. And then she shows an image of her husband just sitting on the couch, playing on his phone or going through his phone. So I saw these 3 videos. What do they have in common? What is the common thread in those videos? Parenting sucks. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's not the message I'm trying to convey to you today. I don't have kids myself, but I think if you want children and you have them and you bring them into a loving home and into an ideal situation, they can be a most wonderful blessing. And by the way, I want to say happy birthday to my little niece. Today's her birthday, and she's such a delicious little baby, and I can't imagine my life without her. So kids are a wonderful blessing, right? Under the right conditions. But in these 3 stories, there is a common theme. In the first one, this young couple gets pregnant. They apparently go through financial straits. They move from Atlanta, where they met and they used to live, to Michigan to be with her family so that they can at least have some kind of financial support. When things get difficult, and I believe that the young woman talked about the fact that she did suffer with postpartum depression and this affected her mood. It affected the relationship with the father. When things got difficult, he packed his things and he left. No hesitation. He just left and left her with her beautiful daughter for her to care for by herself. And according to her, the baby daddy moved in with his ex-girlfriend. He's back with his ex, I believe he does have another child with her. So he had no problems just walking away because, he was leaving his child with her mother. I'm going to skip the second story and then I'm going to go to the third story, which is when the woman is in the kitchen and, she's trying to cook and she's holding her toddler in one hand and she's trying to cook and the food got ruined and the husband is peacefully sitting in the living room holding his phone. Now, I saw a lot of comments of people saying, why are you filming your husband sitting down there instead of just asking for help? Great question. But my question is, why didn't he think? Why didn't it occur to him when he heard his little toddler crying and knows that his wife is in the kitchen trying to make a meal for the family, why did he need to be asked for help? Why couldn't he just get up, get into the kitchen, say, hey, let me take the baby while you cook, help out? I think it's because he just figured she's the mother. Yeah, she's cooking, yeah, she's in the kitchen, but she'll know what to do. She's the mom. Now, in the second scenario, the story was completely different. Here is a man who is outraged at the idea that the mother doesn't want to have the baby anymore. He's shocked. That's why he's sharing this video with his social media followers and saying, do you believe this? Can you believe this? That she's saying this, she doesn't want the baby?
Come on now, and you're a parent. You know what I'm saying?
You're a parent too.
Yes,
I don't
know.
want our kid no more. I'm sorry.
What?
You don't be here. You don't be here taking care of her. You don't be going through all the stressful stuff that I be going through.
Sure.
I want to go out. I want to go to the club. I want to travel. I want to be able to get up at 2 a.m. and go hang with my friends if I want to do it. You don't be nowhere to be found.
What? I'm working. What are you talking about?
Doing what?
And you sound real selfish like that. Saying that. You sound real
I'm alone.
selfish.
You're supposed to be her father, and I'm alone.
I am her father.
Really help with that. You don't help pay no bills in this house. We living on Section 8. What are you here for?
What are you?
I don't want to do this alone. You wanted this kid. You sat there on your knees, crying, begging, snapping mouth, saying that you want to keep your kid.
Yes, I want to keep her.
I didn't want this kid.
Okay, you waited 2 years. You waited 2 years, and now you want to give it up?
No, I didn't want to give it up before she even got
But
here.
you didn't.
Okay, because you said you was going to be here.
Oh, all right, and I'm here. So why we going through this?
You're arguing with me, but you're not here when it counts.
Right now?
You probably
Y'all see how she's sounding right now?
2 hours a week.
Do y'all witness this right here? Oh my God, you
Nobody
sound so
better sit here and
pathetic.
agree with
You
and
sound so
You're an
pathetic.
absent father.
You sound so
You're an
pathetic
absent
right
father.
now. You know what I mean? You doing the thing, the essential things
Oh
that
my God,
a
you're-
mother's supposed to.
Okay, what is a father supposed to do?
What
Sit
you
there
mean?
and
I go
on the
work.
streets?
The father go work, provide for the family,
What are you
protect the
providing?
family.
Because I pay for daycare. Your mother picks her up when I have to go to work.
Okay, it's a team, man. It's a family. It's a team effort.
You
If I gotta
don't
handle
have
some
time
business,
with the team.
if
You
I got,
was a bench warmer, my dude.
oh my
Like, you was a
God,
bench warmer.
oh my God, now I'm a bench woman.
Yes, because when your mother has to pick up our daughter, when I can't pick up your daughter, why can't we call you? Why we gotta call everybody in the family?
When it was very clear from the very beginning, according to the conversation they're having, that she made it very clear to him that she never wanted to be a mother. And it was him who begged her to have the baby because he wanted to be a father. However, once the baby was born, he had no problem letting her be the primary caretaker of the child while he hardly sees the child. And in the video, I believe she says that he sees the child maybe 2 hours every week. Let me play that soundbite right here for you because I don't want to lie on them.
Right now,
You probably
y'all see how she's sounding right now?
2 hours a week.
He gets minimum time with his child, but he's still in disbelief that she's not relishing this role as the mother of the child. He's shocked that this woman who made it very clear to him that she did not want to be a mother is now complaining that she's, for all intents and purposes, a single mother. Why is the assumption made that the woman has a natural inclination to want to always take care of the child, even at her expense, even when it's inconvenient for her? Why do we assume this? Well, we assume that the mother, the vessel who carried the child for 9 months, once the child is here, the mother is going to fall madly in love with this child and want to be with this child all the time, which makes her the perfect primary caregiver for this child. There's an assumption that as a woman, we have a natural inclination to want to mother, to want to care for a baby, to always want to hold that baby. And if we have to choose between going to work or staying home and taking care of the baby full time, the overwhelming majority of women would want to be home with the baby. That if she has to choose between alone time and time with the baby, of course she'll choose the baby. That if she had to choose between sleeping and taking care of the baby, of course she's gonna take care of the baby, because that's what a mother, a woman, really wants to do. And the problem with that is that in these modern times where women are redefining our roles in society. We are redefining ourselves as human beings, are becoming more and more bold in saying, this is not the bed of roses we were told it was. I remember years ago, I think it was back in the 80s, I was still a teenager. I read an article, and the article ended with a line that says, there are two things that you're never going to regret: going for a swim first thing in the morning and having a baby. Doesn't matter how difficult any of those things are, you will never regret them. And at the time, when I was younger and I really assumed that one day I would become a mother, I thought, oh, that's so sweet. It's such a wonderful... But that is not true. Now you have entire Reddit threads where women anonymously, for the most part, let the world know that, yeah, I was bamboozled into becoming a mother, and now I royally and thoroughly regret this. I love my child. I will take all the bullets for my child. But if I could go back in time, I would never have met him or her, the baby. That sounds so harsh. Even me saying it, I'm like, how can you be a mother? You carry this baby in your body. You felt it move for the first time. You could almost hear its little heartbeat. If you got really quiet sometimes, you saw it move through your belly. You felt all the pains of it coming out of you when you held him or her and looked into their little eyes for the first time. And you were the first face they saw. How can you regret it? Because a child is the greatest responsibility anybody will ever have. And responsibilities can be very difficult. They can be very hard to deal with. They require sacrifice. They require pieces of yourself. And they require your whole identity to be given over to this creature. As much as you love this child, you over a lifetime will give 1,000,000 times more of anything you will ever receive from them. Yes, you will receive love, but you're always going to love them more. You will pour more of yourself into them. You will give literal blood, sweat, and tears for their benefit. And I love my parents more than anything. I want to think that, I've been a good daughter and I've given myself in love and service to them. But all that I will ever do will never compare to everything they have given up for me and have given to me. And so we need to respect the price that parents pay, that mothers for the most part pay, in the service of taking care of their children. And to assume that this is something that to a woman, to any woman, is just, it comes naturally, it's the easiest thing to do, is a disrespect to the price and the sacrifice that one has to give to take care of that child. And the old assumption that to a woman, it's like nothing because it comes naturally, that myth is being debunked more and more every day. And it is something that we need to take into consideration before assuming that somebody's going to be a great mom, that somebody's going to do a great job of taking care of their children, and that it's going to be a great pleasure to take care of children. Children are going to take from you. They're going to take your time, your money, your love, and big chunks of your joy and your free time and your sleep. And to parents who love and appreciate their children, let me take that back. To parents who were born to be parents, who have the qualities and the capacity and the emotional, mental, spiritual maturity to be parents, that sacrifice will be well worth it. But to a lot of people, it won't. So to all the young women out there who look forward to the baby shower and the dressing up in matching outfits with their kids and posting cute photos and having cute photo shoots with your babies, If these are the highlights of what you think motherhood is going to be, baby girl, think again. Those are the snippets that are going to come and go real quickly. The bulk of motherhood is going to be you taking care of that child from the moment they open their eyes until the moment you close your eyes in death, because you never stop being a parent. And if you're not up for that, you might want to think again. And that's okay, because everybody doesn't have to be a parent. In fact, I wish more people would realize that they were not made for the job, that they just don't have what it takes, and that they're causing more harm to their children and to the planet by having children than by not having them. And I know that sounds harsh, but somebody has to say it. And I emphasize mothers because the whole theme of this video is it's going to fall in the hand of the mother. As long as society sees mothers in the roles they see mothers in, you are going to be holding the bag most of the time. And the father is going to assume that as long as he keeps going to work and bringing in the money and providing for the family, that's going to be enough. Even if he's in a situation where most families are, where the father and the mother contribute pretty much equally financially. In addition to working outside the home, the mother is going to be expected to put in the bulk of the domestic duties. Not just taking care of the home, but especially taking care of the children. I heard somebody once say something like, oh, I don't want to be a mother. A father? Yeah, that sounds a lot more fun. I wouldn't mind being a father. But a mother, I don't want that sounds too difficult. And it's the truth. It is the truth. Because if a dad shows up to one recital, he will always be remembered as the good dad who took time out of his obligations outside of the home to sit down and watch their child. But if the mother misses one, she will always be remembered as the irresponsible mother who wasn't there for her child when they needed her. This is so unfair. And I've been doing a series on gender roles. I've done 2 videos already. And if you want to check them out, please watch them. I will leave the videos linked below. But this is something that I want everybody to think about. If you know that you have what it takes, you have the responsibility in you, you have the personality, you have the patience, you have the love, you have the endurance to be a mom, I hope and pray that number 1, you will want to be a mother, and number 2, that you get to be a mother. But if you know that this is not going to be something that you're going to be great at, don't push yourself. Life can look like a million other wonderful things without having kids. And if you're a man and you would like to be a father, I would like to invite you to consider what that's going to look like for you. I want to also invite you to step out of conventional thinking and purpose in your heart that you are going to be the kind of father that your wife can depend on to help. I'm not going to say the word help, because to say help is to say that it is her responsibility and he's going to assist her. No, sir, you're not going to be an assistant. You are a co-creator, a co-progenitor, a co-parent. And we use the term when a couple is split up and they have to take care of the child. And it is used because once the couple splits up and the wife is not there day in and day out, when he gets the child, he's going to have to put in a lot more work that he was putting in when he was in the home, because now he is the principal parent for whatever time he has the child. So under those circumstances, the term co-parent is used, but let's use it within the marriage, within the relationship, when they're both under the same roof. Co-parent then too, because then what's the point? I left a comment. It was, maybe it was a rude comment when I saw the video of the woman who was trying to cook with the baby in her arm. And it was in response to another comment. Somebody said, oh, look at her. She's complaining about her husband and she's filming him while he's sitting on the phone instead of asking for help. Pretty soon she's going to divorce him. And when she divorces him, she's going to be doing the same thing she's doing right now in the kitchen, except she's going to be doing it as a single mom without a husband in the house. So good luck with that. And I said, well, if she divorced him and she finds herself in the same situation, kind of trying to juggle holding the child while she's in the kitchen cooking, she's going to be in the same situation, except she's going to have one less person to take care of. Sounds like an upgrade to me. Yeah, I know that was kind of mean. But was I lying though? Was I lying? If your contributions to the household is, I'm going to go and work outside the home, and then when I come in, I'm going to bring that paycheck and sit on the couch, watch TV, play on my phone, just enjoy myself, but at least I'm providing, right? Is that all you provide to the household? Then yeah, she'd be better off without you in the house, because you're still going to be providing financially. You're going to be sending in that child support check, but she has one less person to cook for. She has one less person to clean up after. She has one less person to take care of physically, mentally, emotionally, be there. She's going to have her hands less full with you out of the house if that is all you are. If all you are is a paycheck, you're not that much in the house. So gentlemen, make yourself useful. Make yourself indispensable in the home. Be there. Don't wait for her to ask you to take the toddler. You hear the toddler getting fussy in the kitchen. You can smell and see that she is cooking. Hey, it's your turn at bat. It's your turn to get in there. Don't announce that you're coming to help. It's your job to take the child while she's in the kitchen. Unless you want to switch and go cook the meal while she entertains the child. That can work too. Become partners. Otherwise, what's the point? Let me know in the comments what you think about what I just said. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Please share it with others if you'd like to start that conversation. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see me do more commentary about all kinds of topics. Thank you so much for being here, and hopefully you will be here in the next video.